Let's talk about success in sales. Some people think it's so easy and simple that it's mindset. Some people think that it's just grit and hustle, but it's more than that. And the more complex the sale that you have, the more people that are involved, the higher dollar amount, the more competition, the more alternatives for people's money, the more ways of solving the same problem that you solve, all weigh in on how complex your sale is and what it takes to be successful at it. What I do is I use a game analogy to sales because pretty much everything in life is a game. A game kind of condenses down our world into something that we can all understand. There's a game board, there's players, there's moves, there's rules to it. All of these things play into being successful at sales. And what a lot of people do is they don't learn the rules. They don't draw out the game board. They don't practice. They don't understand the whole game. They learn a particular skill and they stick with that. And in sales, we see this all the time. It's the pitch person, somebody who's really aggressive, makes tons of calls, sends tons of emails, spams people. These people develop a single skill and they continue to look for that magic silver bullet skill. But they don't realize that there's tons of skills. There's openings, there's strategy, there's winning. All of these skills need to be played into winning the game. And then there's the people who think it's just an inner game, that no matter how hard the game is, as long as you're optimistic and have a positive attitude, you're going to be successful. You may be more successful at losing because you're happier when you lose, but the inner game certainly is part of it. Even when we look at chess, you see Bobby Fischer. Here's somebody who suffered from mental illness. And when his head wasn't in the game, he couldn't win. So it is a big part, but it isn't the whole thing. Because people always say it's just this one thing. If you just have the right attitude, you're going to be successful. A good attitude and the right attitude is certainly helpful, but it's not enough. And then there's the people, the hustlers, the hard workers. This is kind of the safety net of success, meaning that if you work hard enough that you'll always be successful. Well, tell that to the people who build the pyramids. They worked insanely hard. Talk about the factory workers, the people who work in retail. They're never going to be successful if they work every waking hour of their lives because the reward is so small. They're not understanding the whole game. They think that, if you just work hard, you'll be successful. You'll have a living. You'll be able to get by, but you're not going to be super successful. So you got to understand that it's all of these things. It's understanding the whole game. It's developing the skills to win the game from every perspective. It's having your head in the right place and not getting overly negative or overly positive to the point where you're not really being observant of what really matters. And it is working hard, but not thinking that hard work alone is enough. And then you have to take a step back and study it, to write it down, to get feedback from other people on what's really working. How do you win your game of sales? Because your game is just a little bit different than someone else's. Even in your company, think about your territory being a little bit different, customer base being a little bit different, you being a little bit different, the amount of support and help you get being a little bit different. And let's face it, we got a lot of moving pieces in our game. We got technology that's changing, cultural changes with 3 generations in the workforce. We got economic changes that are constantly happening. And if you like to learn about sales and study it, check out the podcast, The Brutal Truth About Sales and Selling, on iTunes. I post twice a week. If you like this video, please like it, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.